Good afternoon, class. Hello, how's your day going? Good afternoon,
We're
guys.
good. Good
Going good.
afternoon, ma'am.
We're good, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, so
Good
how's your
afternoon.
day?
Afternoon.
How's your day, girls? How's your day? Busy, good? With all the exams and all?
We're doing fine, ma'am.
Okay, great.
So far, so good, ma'am.
So far, so good. Great. Okay. So this is another day of learning, and we will be discussing a new topic, which is also important, especially in this English class. So again, welcome to our today's English class. So today we are going to discuss about the different types of sentences based on its function. Okay. So at the end of this lesson, the student should be able to classify sentences according to their uses, construct this declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory sentences, read sentences correctly and clearly with expressions, and show teamwork and cooperation through participating in a group activity. So this is our goal that we should achieve by the end of this lesson. So I hope you guys lend me your ears and focus on what will be discussed. So I hope you do have a great um, learning process today. Okay? So ready?
Yes,
Ready.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's start.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Are you ready? But before we proceed to our lesson, so before we proceed to our lesson today, I will first review the different types of sentences. So, let's begin. So, in the first slide, Miss Espinosa, can you read the first sentence on the screen?
I like ice cream.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Miss Espinosa. Next. Miss Canto, can you read, please, the sentence on the screen?
I like ice cream.
Okay, correct. You pronounced it correctly. Thank you, Miss Canto. Next slide. Miss Dioro, can you please read the sentence on the screen?
Yes, ma'am. I like
Yes.
ice cream.
Okay, correct. Very good, Miss Dioro. Thank you for reading the sentence. So now, class, I have a question. What have you noticed when the punctuation marks from period to question marks and to exclamation point? Anyone in the class?
Yeah.
Miss Deloyo.
Okay. So actually, what I have noticed when the punctuation marks have been changed from period to exclamation mark and also to a question mark, it seems like the meaning have been changed in every sentence.
Okay, correct. Very good. Thank you for your answer, Miss Deloyo. So, class, the meaning of the sentence is determined by the type of sentences or sentence format used to write it. So, now, anyone in the class are familiar or any have idea what are the four sentences or types of sentences and its functions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so we will be learning it in our today's lesson.
All right, so for today's activity, I will going to present some sentences on the screen and you will going to read each of the sentences with appropriate expression or emotion. So, are you class ready?
Yes, we're
Yes.
ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's proceed with the first sentence. Miss Diora, can you please read the first sentence?
Okay, ma'am. I love my boyfriend.
Very good, Miss Diora. Now let's proceed to the second sentence. Miss Espinosa, can you read the sentence? Miss
Yes,
Espinosa,
ma'am. Do you
can you
love
please?
me? Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Do
you.
you love me?
Very good, Miss Espinosa. Thank you. Now let's proceed to the third one. Miss Oberio, can you please read the sentence?
Love me.
Okay, good job, Miss Oberio. Now for our last sentence, can I ask Miss Panibawan?
I love you.
All right, very good. Nice one, class. I am very glad you were able to read each of the sentences correctly. Now, let me ask you a question. Can any one of you tell me the differences with the sentences you have read a while ago? Miss Galoyo, can you please tell me your answer?
Yeah, what I've noticed, or let's say with the differences with the sentences that we have seen on the screen, is that aside from the punctuation marks being changed, I've also noticed that there's a difference with the tone on how it is read, and also the meaning of each sentences are also different as well by the time that, let's say, the punctuation marks are being changed. So those are the things that I've noticed with the sentences that you provided.
Okay, very good, Miss Galoya. Thank you. So now, let's proceed to our discussion on what is declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. And now let's proceed to different types of sentences based on its function. So, number one of different types of sentence is declarative. So, declarative sentence. Declarative sentence. Who can read the meaning of declarative sentence? Miss Panibawan, can you read?
Yes, Miss. Declarative sentence makes a statement or expresses an opinion. In other words, it makes a declaration. It ends with a period.
Yes. Thank you, Miss Panibawan. So, declarative sentence makes a declaration. It ends with a prayer. So, when we say declarative sentence, that is the common type of the sentence in the English language. So, when we say declarative sentence, that is the fact, or we convey convey information to the reader. So, the following examples are of the declarative sentence. Number one is I love my dog. So I love my dog starts with the subject and end with it, and usually end with phrase. So, and the second one is the flower is pretty. The third one is I went to the store yesterday. So declarative sentence, who can give the example of the declarative sentence? Anyone? Miss Rochanel Oberio?
I love my dog.
So give me another example. Give me another example, Miss Rochanel Oberio.
flower is pretty.
Yes, correct. Thank you, Miss Chanel. And next, we proceed to interrogative sentence. Yes, interrogative sentence. Who can read the meaning of interrogative sentence? Miss Lioro?
Interrogative sentence asks a question. It usually begins with who, what, where, when, why, how, or do, and ends with a question mark.
Yes, thank you, Miss Ana de Aro. So when we say interrogative sentence, that is ask a question, asking a question to the person or to someone. So when we say it, the interrogative, it ends with the question mark. So the example, who can read? Miss Panibawan, number one example of interrogative sentence.
What is my dog doing?
Yes, thank you, Miss Panibawan. So the second one, who can read? Miss Kanto.
Where do these flowers grow?
Yes, thank you so much, Miss Kanto. And the third one, Miss Anna.
Yes,
Miss
miss.
Anna,
Yes, miss.
please read
Do you?
the example.
Yes. Do you want to build a snowman?
Yes, Miss Anna, thank you so much. So always remember the difference between the declarative and the interrogative. So the declarative sentence, it usually ends with a point or a period, and the interrogative sentence, it ends with a question mark. So next. So next, imperative sentence.
Imperative sentence. You can read the imperative sentence in the screen. Miss Chanel, can you read?
Imperative sentence gives a command, instruction, make a request, or offer an advice. Basically, they tell people what to do. This sentence also provides direction to whoever is being addressed, and therefore, they are sometimes called directive too.
Thank you so much, Ms. Oberio. So imperative sentence. Imperative sentence gives a command, instruction, make a request, or offer advices. Examples are feed my dog, smell the flower, and get your hands up. So as you can see in the example below, or in the screen rather, it is a sentence that gives a command, instruction, or it makes a request and offer advices. It is also basically they tell people what to do. And this sentence also provide direction to who or being addressed, and they are sometimes called directives too. So these are the imperative sentence. So next is exclamatory sentence. Miss Canto, can you read exclamatory sentence in the screen?
Yes, Miss. Exclamatory sentence. Used to show excitement or another strong emotion. In listening, it is not hard to identify an exclamation information, but in writing, to make an exclamatory sentence, you need to use the exclamation mark.
Thank you so much, Miss Canto. So when you say exclamatory sentence, it is a sentence that show excitement or another strong emotion. So when we're listening to a person who speak like they're going to speak or deliver words like with full of emotion, you can not, it is not hard to identify an exclamation sentence. But the tone of the person's voice will convey that information. So in exclamatory sentence, examples is my dog is loud. As you can see, my dog is loud. At the end of the sentence, there is an exclamation mark. And also the flower is beautiful. And then what a tasty pizza. Those are the examples of exclamatory sentence. It begins with a subject and then it ends with an exclamation mark.
Okay, so I guess we've already tackled the meaning and also the um, what are those four types of different types of sentences based on its function. So with this one, I guess they have already discussed about let's say the meaning itself, some examples. At least we can also differentiate those different types of sentences. So, in order for us to check as well if we do fully understand this declarative, interrogative, imperative, or exclamatory sentences, I'll be showing you some pictures and yeah, you will give me or provide or form different types of sentences in relation to this picture. So as you can see, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, so let's proceed to the first picture. Okay, everyone is familiar with this. So, Miss De Oro, can you give me one declarative sentence for this cute little thing in front of you?
Yes, miss. By Miss, oh no. I love Chicken Joy.
Okay, so we all know and we all love Chicken Joy, right? Okay, so who would sino ba hindi gusto mag-love ng Chicken Joy? But anyway, we all love Chicken Joy from Jollibee. Okay, next. How about Kathleen? Um, can you give me an example of interrogative sentence for Jollibee?
Do you love spaghetti
Yes.
in Jollibee?
Yes, that's correct. So, do you love Jollibee? Or do you love spaghetti from Jollibee? Thank you so much for that. And also to Anna, thank you as well for your answer earlier. So, proceed to the imperative sentence, Chanel. Can you give me one imperative sentence that gives a command, something to do with Jollibee? Chanel? Chanel?
Is
Okay, can you give me one example of imperative sentence pertaining to Jollibee? Imperative.
please bring me one cup of sundae.
Okay, please bring me one cup of sundae. Thank you so much. Okay, next, Jeline, exclamatory for Jollibee.
Yes, Jollibee is the best.
Jollibee is the best. Correct. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's proceed to the next picture. So that is a woman, I guess, doing online selling with a phone in front of her. She's just like showing a dress. Okay, so Rona, can you give me one declarative sentence for this second picture?
That dress cost 200 pesos.
Okay, that dress cost 200 pesos. Very good. Okay. Miss Anna, can you give me one example of interrogative sentence for this second picture?
Um, can I pay through GCash?
Right, that's correct. So that's the usual thing, our usual payment mode for today. Can I pay through Gcash? That's correct. Okay, so let's proceed with the next picture. Okay, so this is a cutie couple walking down the street. Okay, can you give one example of imperative sentence for this picture, Kathleen?
Hold my hand.
Hold my hand. All right, that's correct. Thank you so much, Kathleen. And Rana, can you give me one example for interrogative sentence for this picture?
Where are we going?
Where are we going? That's correct. Okay, let's proceed to the last picture. So this is something like a group of friends climbing up the mountain. Some are already at the top, and some are still struggling going at the top. Okay, Jeline, can you make or can you form a declarative sentence for that picture?
They're hiking in the mountain.
They're hiking in the mountain. All right, that's correct. Okay, and Miss Ana de Oro, can you make an exclamatory sentence for that picture?
Okay, miss. Can you hold me tight?
Can you hold me tight? That's correct. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to hold tight in order for us to go at the top of the mountain. All right, so I guess we're all good. Everyone is all familiar and also um, are able to form different types of sentences according to its function. So let's see how it goes if we have fully or deeply understand all the questions by the following test questions. But first, let's do a quick recap. So the types of sentences based on its function are the declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamator, and exclamatory. So with the declarative, it states a fact or opinion and ends with a period. In interrogative, it asks a question, ends with a question mark. For imperative, it expresses command or request and ends with a period or exclamation mark. And lastly, exclamatory, it conveys emotion and ends with an exclamation mark. So those are the four types of sentences based on its function. So let's check and do test our knowledge.
So, before we end the discussion, let's test your knowledge. Read each sentence carefully and identify their function. Write D if it is declarative, IN if it is interrogative, IM if it is imperative, and E if it is exclamatory. So, number one, the prince's grade is very low. Kanto, can you please answer?
The declarative.
Very good. Next, go get some water. Jeline, can you please answer?
I am imperative.
Thank you, that's correct. Next, will you marry me? Anna, can you please answer?
Yes, miss. I, IN.
Very good. That's interrogative. Next, it's a girl. Panibawan, can you answer?
E, exclamatory.
Very good. Next. Chocolate Hills is one of the famous tourist attractions in Bohol. Galoyo, can you please answer? Miss Galoyo.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, it's D, declarative.
Very good. Next. Call the customer service now. Jeline, can you please answer?
I am imperative.
Thank you, that's correct. And what's for the lunch? Rana, can you please read?
IN, interrogative.
Very good. Do you prefer coffee or milk tea? Canto.
Still IN, interrogative.
Very. Thank you. And 9 is, I prefer online shopping rather than going to the mall. Ana de Oro, can you please answer?
Miss. It is IN, Miss. Interrogative.
Yes, that's correct. That is interrogative. And number 10, can I pay you through GCash? Panibawan, can you please answer?
IN, interrogative.
Very good. So, those are the different types of sentences based on its function. So, any question, suggestion, clarification?
No, Miss.
No, Miss.
No, miss.
All right. So, we've all discussed about the different types of sentences based on its function, and also how the punctuation marks affect the meaning of each sentences. So, I hope you've learned something for today, and we all look forward to see you again tomorrow for our next class. Thank you so much, guys, for your time, and enjoy the rest of your day. Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Stay safe. Bye.
God bless.
God bless.